So we do something cool here in the Bing called the Coors Light Country Cam, and normally we take a listener backstage and they get to ask you a question, anything that they want to ask you. But I thought we've got a more intimate crowd, so why don't we just do the Coors Light Country Cam out here?
Let's do
it. Does that sound good to you guys?
Let's do it. Yeah.
So is there anybody that wants to ask the Railers a question? Any question? Anything? Okay, where are you from is the question.
That's a good question. Yeah. So this guy is Jordan, and he is my brother. Jordan and I grew up playing a lot of music in Missouri, and we moved to Arizona when I was about 11. And when we were in Arizona, we met Cassandra at Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, which is a town not much different from Portland. It's kind of a really cool, vibey town in the Pines. And figured out that we all wanted to go and continue music and see how far we could get in the music industry. And so we moved to Nashville, and we were finishing our degrees at Belmont University, and we met Tyler back here, who's an Indianapolis boy, and just started playing music together and was working out.
So you guys grew up in Flagstaff?
We went to college in Flagstaff.
Mm-hmm. I was born and raised in Phoenix, so I'm a desert rat, but I was a little too hippie for Phoenix, and so I went up north, which is the hippie school up there. So it's it's definitely not an athletic school because the lumberjack is the mascot. So
hey, lumberjacks are pretty manly, though. Come on,
that's true.
We don't know anything about hippies in the Northwest. never seen those. Not sure what those are.
We went to the Saturday market yesterday, and we saw a few hippies.
I got henna done. I got some henna done. I drank some kombucha, and I know that a lot of people actually know what that is here, so that's pretty cool.
Some of the best food we've had all year has been here in Portland.
Yeah, we got a few good restaurants in town. Any other questions for the Railers? Anybody want to ask?
Deep dark
Don't
secrets.
all jump out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shout it out.
I'd like to know where the band name came from.
The band name, where did it come from?
One.
Well, the three of us, we have the ties to Arizona, and being out west, it's like this is kind of the last frontier. This is where they left all the comforts of home behind, and they went out west and they tried to find their fortune. And in a lot of ways, that's kind of what we do. Most of the time we travel in a 15-passenger van, and so we leave the comfort of our mattress back home in Nashville, and we hop in the van.
Minus the big fancy tour bus out front. That's just temporary.
Smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors.
You guys could get an Amtrak endorsement though with that name.
We should. That would be amazing.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Right?
Have all
Get your
our
own
fans
car.
ride the train. Come on.
That would be cool.
The Railers car. But the word the Railers kind of makes us think of that kind of person that's willing to just kind of leave all their safety behind and go and make new adventures.
So growing up going to college in Flagstaff, did you ever go out to that meteor crater out there?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's
Are
like
you
this
talking about
giant
Sanskrit?
hole in the ground. It's like
Talking
Crater
about
Lake
Sunset
without
Crater?
the mountain.
Oh, Crater Lake, yeah.
Crater
all
Lake's
over
in
the place.
Oregon, but like Meteor Crater is like this giant hole in the ground. Yeah. And apparently it's like this huge tourist thing.
It's also a very big hole in the ground there, too.
That's all it is. It's a hole in the ground. So
Yeah, no, there's all sorts of really cool caves and crazy little adventures you can get on in that town. So again, really, when we do say it feels like home here, it really does because it's pretty close.
So what is that thing called? That instrument there?
This little puppy, it's officially called a concertina, but they call it a squeeze box. If you ever heard the song "Mama's Got a Squeeze Box," this is literally what Mama had. And
is that a hip hop song?
Yes.
Is it hard to play?
It is. It's tricky. I don't know. Somebody who actually has played one since their childhood could probably tell me if they're hard or not. But I actually had to learn on YouTube because in Nashville there's accordion players, but it's just a totally different beast because there's not piano keys on it and it's just buttons. And so I couldn't find anybody to teach me. So I went, oh well, I guess hey, there's YouTube. So I went on there and started watching videos, and a lot of this is used a lot in Irish music and a lot of European music, and so I kind of went, all right, I got to get a little more down and dirty than that. And so I kind of merged like Cajun music meets country meets, Irish stuff all in one and kind of just figured it out. I just went with it. I mean, there's a handkerchief tied around it. There ain't nothing fancy about this thing. So
it's got tape all over
there's
it.
tape everywhere.
Does anyone want to just like grab it and like just give it a squeeze?
Well, there's a rule.
I mean,
It'll sound like this. There's a rule in our band that you can't play this because the boys here, they really are super talented. I'll brag on them for a minute. They're really great musicians, and they have like this crazy talent for figuring out an instrument in 5 minutes or less. And so I told the boys, I'm like, just Don't touch the concertina.
Let her have
this
her
is
thing.
it. This is all I got, guys.
This is her job.
Yes.
That's right.
So
All
here
right.
it is.
All right, you guys ready for some more music? Here with
Yeah.
Bull Sessions in the Bing Lounge. One more time for the Railers.